Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Hello everyone and welcome to This is Football. Welcome to another. Can you guys even see me? What the hell? Can you guys see me? Yo, Tom, can you put in the private chat if they can see me or not? Can you guys see me? Comments, can you guys see me? What the hell? Yo, what's happening? Can you guys see me? You can't see me now, right? Did you see me at the start? What the hell? Okay. Hello everyone and welcome to This is Football. We've already bought the entrance. Anyway, everyone watching us right now or on the replay, because I know a whole lot of you guys like to watch this on the replay. Please do make sure you like the video. Do make sure you subscribe to This is Football if you're ready to do so. Let us know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Special shout out goes out to Ryan for the super chat, first super chat of the month of July. Big up to you, my brother. I appreciate you. He says, big up, my bro Husam. As for the Mount Stan, you must answer for your crimes. Oh, you best believe he gonna answer for his crimes. One more midfielder and a centre back, and we are back. Super Dom Szoboszlai. Big up to you, Ryan, man. I appreciate you. Thank you for the super chat, Habibi. Love for all the support that you've shown me on the channel. Thank you so much, Akhi. Appreciate you, bro. So, introducing today's panelist. As you guys can see in the title, hey, Husam x Tom Little is back. Husam x Tom Little is back, ladies and gentlemen, because he is now back from Barbados. He's here to raise hell in this comment section. And I want you guys to not let him off the hook when we get to the Mason Mount part, because he's going to sit up here and deny that he wanted Mason Mount. But I want to push that a little bit later. Make sure you wish a happy birthday to the guy that's back from Barbados. It's his 18th birthday today. He's finally an adult. Joining us on the channel is the man, the myth, the legend. I can't wait to annoy the crap out of him till the end of the summer now that his holiday is done. Man like Tom Little has joined us. How are you doing, Tom?
This is a man who I would like to apologise to everyone in the comment section for why we were late. For the third stream in a row, Husam forgot to send me the link, and then at 11:15, sends me a message going, "Where you at?" Like it's my fault. Like I should just magic the link up. Honest to God. Anyway, it's good to be back.
That's a lie. That's a lie on my name. I sent him the link early. As you guys know, I'm very professional when it comes to all this, but he just didn't show up, unfortunately. I love how everyone's actually wishing him happy birthday as well. I love this channel.
I said,
I
said, you're going to send me the link or what? Where are you? Oh, brother, how you constantly forget to send me the link. There it is. 11:15. I got the link for the stream that was supposed to start at 10:00.
Big up, guys. Welcome to the channel. Make sure you're liking, make sure you're subscribing, guys. Yalla. Listen, 200 people in here already. We ain't even started yet. You know Husam x Tom Little is very fiery. It's a fiery segment. It's a fiery show. It gives you all you need when it comes to Liverpool Football Club. So what I need from you is I need you to like, I need you to subscribe, get us to 100 likes as quick as possible, minimum 100. Yalla, everyone right now like and subscribe, and let's just get to it. Before I get to it, actually, one guy earlier on in the comments, I think he was like actually a United fan. His name was like Ten Hag something. He was like, whoever made the artwork for this channel is elite. I just want to publicly thank the troll himself, Velvishwan, for the absolutely unbelievable thumbnail he made today, and all the unbelievable artwork he's made for me as well across the times. Unreal. I told this guy, graduate, and as soon as you graduate, hit me up, and I'm going to use my connections to get you sorted with the best of the best so you could do this graphic designing for people, as long as you promise to never charge me, though. That's all I'm going to say about that. So big up to Velvishwan, man. Absolutely elite work from him.
Big up Velv as well, because me and him had a little deal. So for each of the watch-alongs you had for like the last 10 games of the season, Curtis Jones featured on the thumbnail.
Did you make this deal behind my back?
We made it on one of my streams. So for it was either each of the therapy sessions or each of the watch-alongs, you tried to sneak Curtis Jones's face in.
One time he actually put "I love Curtis Jones" under like my face. But I don't know. Sometimes one time he actually convinced me. He's like, "Oh, Curtis has been our best player. Let me put him." I'm like, "Okay, no problem." But I didn't realize you and him made a deal. Oh, Vel, that's how you stabbed me in the back?
We made a little deal. Big up Vel.
Wow. Tom Little making moves. Yeah, no more pay rise for Tom. Can't lie. Like he's already getting paid a lot. I pay him more than Big Six panelists. You guys don't even understand. So make sure you're liking, guys. Make sure you're subscribing. So Tom Little, Habibi, welcome back to the channel. First of all, can you tell the people how Mexico was? Tell them.
It was nice. Nice little chilled out thing.
Is that it?
That's it, yeah.
So you went 10 days to Mexico. You can give us like a small paragraph.
I didn't go 10 days. I went 7 days.
Yeah. So you went a week. You can't even you described it with less than 7 words.
Yeah. It was nice. It was chill.
Honestly, you must do your girl's head in. But anyway, when it comes to Szoboszlai, the Hungarian, apparently now he's just doing a medical, so it's gonna be a done thing.
Yeah, it's done already.
Yeah. So, talk to me when it comes to Szoboszlai. What are your thoughts? What you're thinking about?
Real big statements from the club. You know, I think we all thought when we saw the news like 3 days ago that we were interested. It was like going to be one of them months where, they're going to wait for the release clause to expire and then they're going to try and negotiate a deal, which is going to be across installments and yada, yada, yada. No, we won our top target. There's competition, so we're just going to go get our top target, pay the release clause. I swear, the only club we pay release clauses to are RB clubs as well. Keita, Minamino, Canate, Szoboszlai. What's this kind of? Do we just refuse release clauses unless they've got Red Bull in the name? What's going on here? But no, I'm really happy. I'm really happy. To me, that is the perfect profile for right centre mid, and the link up that you've got now of Salah, Szoboszlai, Trent. Oh, plus the ball, the fact that he can actually hit a long shot. We haven't had one of those for years. So I said this.
I said this, and I realized I wasn't even exaggerating. We haven't had a goal scoring 8 since Steven Gerrard. We really haven't.
Do you know what sounds even worse? When you actually look deep into it,
you can't consider Coutinho an 8. You can't.
No, that way. No, I was going to say. Do you know when you look deep into it? Szoboszlai is our Ox replacement.
No, don't even, please.
Because we bought Ox for the reason to be the attacking ace, and he wasn't good enough. But he was for like 2 months, so technically Szoboszlai is our Ox replacement. Our Ox from February 2018 to April 2018. That's who we're replacing now.
I can't lie, Oxlade-Chamberlain, that 17-18 season, man. I'll never. The streets should never forget 17-18 Ox. That was a banging Ox right there. He was unbelievable. Honestly, for a period of 5 months, like I wouldn't have traded Ox for anyone in the world. Like he was just unreal. Like dribbling, passing, creating, shooting, doing everything you'd need to do. But anyway, forgot the Ox. So you say you're excited about Szoboszlai. I'm gonna need a little bit of elaboration here. Talk to me. Why? What do you think he brings to that team? Why do you think he should play the right-hand side, not the left-hand side? Like, tell me. Yeah, brother.
He should play the right-hand side because it's where he's played the majority of of last season. He should play the right-hand side because I think it suits best his skill set. I look at Szoboszlai as a partner to MacAllister, and I look at it and go, Szoboszlai's our De Bruyne, MacAllister's our Gundogan. We now just need to go into the market for our Rodri, our Fernandinho. And then all of a sudden we've got a midfield that you're sitting there watching it going, oh, that can compete now. That's at that level. And look, when I was on stream and I first heard Szoboszlai's name, I didn't know enough about him. I've since gone, researched, looked in, developed a little bit I've read scout reports and everything. Wow. The perfect package for what you'd want. 22 years of age, the captain as well of the hungry national team. So he comes in, he's got that leadership. We're not losing that leadership at right centre mid to Sam because Henderson's not playing. We still got the leadership. So they can't even worry about lack of leadership. We've got
That's the
leadership
best
now.
thing to come out of this deal for me, honestly.
But everything, he's replacing Henderson. Let's keep it book. He's replacing Henderson on that right-hand side. He's better at everything Henderson couldn't do. And everything Henderson could do, he's better at. It's literally the perfect replacement. And he's only 22. 22. We've got 10 years of this yet. We've got 10 years. Perfect. Cannot knock the deal one bit. Real statement from the club. But I hope it isn't the finish of the club. I hope we haven't peaked. And we just go, right, we're done now. We paid the release clause, we're done. Because there's still more that needs to be done.
Before we get to what more needs to be done, because I do agree with you, more needs to be done. Just from Szoboszlai's perspective, because I'm trying to squeeze every bit of information so me and you can have the real convo regarding the Szoboszlai thing. When it comes to Szoboszlai, you keep saying, his leadership, his goals, all of that. There's a guy earlier on, Ryan, who asked about him defensively. Where do you see that right-hand side going from a defensive perspective?
The right-hand side defensively will be fine because it's
closer to the mic. Yeah.
It's gonna be fine defensively because it's gonna be different. Like we are playing a different system. Trent is defending in different positions. Szoboszlai is a fantastic presser for one. He was one of the top pressers in the Bundesliga, so don't worry about that. But you look at he wins duels. He's fine. We're fine there. You've got a 4-man midfield, so he doesn't need to be as good of a defender because he's got more support. And that right-hand side, you've got Konate behind. Trent is more aggressive with defender. You're going to be fine. I don't know if I'm explaining it properly, but you're going to be fine. You're going to be completely fine on that right-hand side. It will manage perfectly fine. Plus, you don't need to defend as much if you're keeping the ball. If you have the ball, you don't need to defend. And Szoboszlai, Trent, MacAllister, they keep the ball.
This is where this entire thing is going to come crashing on your head top. Right here, right now.
What about Mason?
No. You're not going to interrupt me because I didn't interrupt you for 9 minutes. I've let it all out. I've asked you about all elements. Before I cook Tom Little, there's 400 people here. Guys, Husam X Tom Little is back and we're only on 100 likes. Are you mad? This guy's back from Mexico looking even whiter than he looked even before going. And you can't even like the video? Husam X Tom Little, are you mad? We can't be on 100 likes. Everyone right now like this video. Subscribe to This Is Football if you're ready to do so. Come on, guys. 400 people in here, 200 likes minimum. Yalla, like the video. Not for me, for Tom, who's about to get cooked. So like the video now. I'm so happy. I asked about Tom Little. I asked him about Szoboszlai in depth. And I've squeezed every bit of information out of this guy and his opinion regarding Szoboszlai. Or Szoboszlai, or however it's pronounced. Great player, horrible.
How do you keep saying it wrong?
Szoboszlai.
It's not. There's no L at the start of his name.
Szoboszlai.
It's Szoboszlai.
Szoboszlai.
There you go.
Szoboszlai. I'm saying Szoboszlai.
You just Salobo with the L. Salobo.
I'm not saying Slobo. It's Szoboszlai. Szoboszlai.
Right, chat. Has he been saying Slobo?
No, Szoboszlai. Szoboszlai.
You just did it again.
So how do you say his name then?
You said it. Szoboszlai.
Szoboszlai. Szoboszlai. Szoboszlai. Szoboszlai.
Call him Dom. Call him Dom. Just call him Dom.
Szoboszlai. What? Here, I'm saying Szoboszlai. Khalas, no need to cry. Anyway. Oh, look at this fucking nerd. Shut your ass up, Ram. Anyway. So, we signed Szoboszlai. So, we signed the big Dom. He got me, Szoboszlai. We signed him. And I'm so happy Tom went into depth to kind of just discuss about this. He kind of went in depth. He broke it down. He said all of those good things. This is the same man that wanted Mason Mount to become a Liverpool Football Club player. This is the same man. And when I asked him to describe what Mason Mount is going to bring to this team, he didn't even say 1% of what he said about Szoboszlai. He didn't even say 1% of what he said about this guy. It was about work rate. It was about, oh, Husam, you underrate his ability. And that's exactly why, if you're watching this right now, you should never follow your football club like a robot. Never. Never become a robot. Under any way, shape, or form, under any circumstance, become a robot who just agrees with every decision the club make. That's what makes you a robot. That's how you become a top red. That's how you become just an absolute brainwashed fart. Just, oh, anything the club says, yes. I'm going to call out this guy by name, but sorry, I have to do it. I don't like to call people by name, but Ben, today he went on a channel and he's like, haha, Mason Mount, mid, blah, blah, blah. He was the same guy pushing for Mount on Twitter. With all due respect, Ben, you know, I have nothing against the guy. You know, me and him have arguments on Twitter back and forth. I have nothing against him. I'm not even saying this disrespectfully. But you can't be the same people who want to Mason Mount and then come and go like, oh my God, Mount is mid and Szoboszlai is going to absolutely destroy it. Yeah, but that's our point from the beginning. For that same exact money, I went and I got a player who's better right now, has a higher ceiling, can become 10 times better. Like, it's all positives when it comes to that entire signing. So this is why, for me, as a Liverpool Football Club fan, as a content creator, as a human being, I will never follow like sheep. I'm not saying Tom followed like sheep, because Tom has spoken against the club multiple times. I'm just saying in general. Your reasoning for future purposes, right? Your reasoning cannot be Klopp wants him. Klopp's not the Messiah. Klopp makes mistakes. Everyone makes mistakes. Pep's made mistakes. Ferguson's made mistakes. Mourinho's made mistakes. Every manager on earth has made mistakes. So just coming out and saying this dumb stuff is just weird. And when it comes to Mason Mount, he has 1 year left on his contract. And for that same money, we went. And whether you think Mount is better now or not, okay, fair enough. You can think Mount's better right now. I have no problem with it. But at least Szoboszlai then have 1 year left on his contract. And we went and paid 60. So this is where the differences come in. So we've got to respect that element of it. So for me personally, I'm very happy with the signing. And you know me, I'm not a big fan of this whole tactical RCM, LCM, ball retention, ball progressive actions, BS crap. But from this guy's perspective, I think he's an all-rounder. I'll be honest with you. I don't think it's just like, I think he's probably above average in every attribute, like just on a base level. And then some attributes, he's very good. Some attributes, he's you know, what's above very good, but not like elite? Like excellent. Some attributes is excellent. I think he's an excellent dribbler, for example. So I think if we're just saying base level, so if you tell me, Husam, 100 attributes, you've got to start. What's the zero for Szoboszlai? What's the zero for Szoboszlai? The zero is above average. So everything he would start at a above average level. But I think certain stuff like his dribbling is excellent. I think his long distance shooting is very good. I think his final third passing is also very good. So these are the things that he brings to the table. So this is why don't follow the club like a sheep under any way, shape, or form. Always form your own opinion. Just because Klopp wants Mount, Klopp's wrong. And Tom Little's wrong. And Ben's wrong. And anyone who wanted Mason Mount, you're wrong. Because for the same money, I went and I got a player who is unbelievably better than Mount right now. And when we're talking ceiling, I said this yesterday with James Redmond, my favorite scouser. I said this yesterday with James Redmond. I said, when it comes to Dominic, like, I just think his ceiling is honestly the best midfielder in the world. I think he could get to a level when he's 25, 26, where he's just the best in the world. If he carries on progressing, of course, that is. And that's up to him, his work ethic, his work rate, and Jurgen Klopp. So, Tom, are you happy we signed Szoboszlai for 60 and not Mason Mount? Go ahead, my brother. Comment section, the streets don't forget. That's all I'm going to say. Don't let this guy get away with lies. Go ahead.
Yeah, I said I wanted Mason Mount. Yeah, you've done that entire speech like I was going to deny I wanted Mason Mount, like I was going to backtrack. I'm still stand by what I said, because what I said was, you give me Mason Mount. Bear in mind, I said this without any knowledge of Szoboszlai. I'd never watched Szoboszlai at that much of a high level. It was names that got chucked in the comments. You asked me about them, I've never really watched them. But I said Mason Mount for 40 million is the right profile for this team. He fits what we need. and I still stand by that. I'm happy, though, we didn't pay 60 for him, because that would have been another Ox situation. And I was very clear that I didn't want another Ox situation. Mason Mount, I still think...
So you want
Mason
to be wrong
Mount,
and strong, basically. That's you.
No, because I don't think I'm wrong with my statement.
Who's better this very second, Mount or Dominic?
I don't know.
Oh, this guy is so full of shit. You're so full of shit. How can you say you don't know? Be honest right now. Look into the camera. Who is better? Be honest right now.
I don't know.
Oh my god. Oh my god. There is no way you actually believe that. Like, you don't believe that.
In the same way that I can sit there right now. Obviously, I'm going to say I think I'm rooting for Dom more because Mason Mount's going to United. Obviously, I'm going to root for that more. But on a logical standpoint, Mason Mount, just the season before last, in 21-22, had an incredible campaign.
You know what, comment section? I'm going to set up a poll right now. I'm going to put up a poll. I'm going to say who's better right now. Because I love... See, you know, Tom Little always thinks the streets forgets. Just because you went to Mexico doesn't mean that the stuff you said while you were in England disappears now. We've got 506 people watching. A lot of them have liked and subscribed. All the great guys who have always watched us, they know. They know. They've heard you say Mason Mount praise. They've heard you do it. And now we signed the real deal. You're sat here like, I'm not denying I want Mason Mount.
No.
Are you mad?
No, I still wanted Mason Mount. My opinion on would Mason Mount for 40 million have been a good signing still remains as yes. But if you were to offer me Szoboszlai and Mount with the parameters that they have ended up going for, i.e. Mount for 55 plus 5 or Szoboszlai for 60, I'm obviously going to take Szoboszlai. If it was Mount for 40 or Szoboszlai for 60, because I haven't watched as much of Szoboszlai as I have of Mount, it's a harder decision.
So you would have taken Mount over Szoboszlai if it was the same price tag?
No. I quite literally said no.
No, I'm saying if they were both 20 million in a hypothetical world, who are you taking?
Szoboszlai.
Why you never said that? You had Mount in your ideal 3.
Yes, when I didn't know enough about Szoboszlai. And even then, you don't know Husam. Because you said that in the group chat as well.
You're such a liar.
I went back and looked at that video. I found that video where it was me and you discussing our ideal midfield 3s. I found the 3 midfield 3s. The 2 midfield 3s, sorry. My one was MacAllister.
I said Szoboszlai, right? I said Szoboszlai.
No.
Yes, I did. You're lying. You're a liar. I said
No, I remember the 3. I remember the 3 you said. You said Caicedo. You said Caicedo. You said it was 2 DMs and a centre mid. But Caicedo, Barella, and who's the other DM?
Yeah, but that was the unrealistic one. I'm not telling you to tell me the realistic one. The realistic one I had Szoboszlai. The realistic one I had Szoboszlai, you had Mount, which shows my talent ID is superior and your talent ID sucks, Tom Little. That's the reality.
So then Husam, what do we do if next year, hopefully it doesn't come to fruition?
Oh wow, you're rooting against us just so you're proven right? You're rooting against Liverpool Football Club to get proven right, Tom Little. Where is your shame and decorum? Apologize now. Apologize publicly.
No, what? You'd never even let me finish my sentence.
Go on.
If, in the worst case scenario, Mason Mount ends up having a better season than Szoboszlai, what happens then?
That's not a theoretical I'm willing to entertain to begin with.
I hope it
is clear. Szoboszlai is clear. That's not even a hypothetical. The only way that Mason Mount has a better season than Szoboszlai is if Szoboszlai, God forbid, has an injury and doesn't play all year long. That's the only way he can have a better season. And even then, Mount can suck so much that an injured Szoboszlai who doesn't even play a game could be better than him by not even playing. He's just better than Mason Mount.
Again, I have not watched enough of Szoboszlai. I'm not going to come here and say that I'm an expert on him. When I was told about him, the Bundesliga season had finished. I couldn't exactly watch him. So I'm not going to judge him based off of comps with Alan Walker faded in the background like it's 2014. Because comps made me think Asaidi was going to be a world beater, and he clearly wasn't. So I've got to take it with a pinch of
I know
salt.
that comp
I think
you
it's
watched
fantastic.
as well. I know that exact comp. We all watched it. The Asaidi one. We all watched it. It was 6 minutes, 13 seconds long, and he looked unbelievable, honestly.
FC 20, I'd never seen anyone as good. But look, I'm happy with Szoboszlai.
Wasn't it Groningen? It was Groningen.
No, I swear it was 20.
No, actually, we're both wrong. It was Heracles Almelo. That was the club.
Heracles. That was the
See?
one.
Heracles Almelo. I remember just now. Heracles. They had that ugly-ass shirt as well in the comp. Like the blue and white one with the hearts on it and shit. Just the weirdest, like...
No, it was Heracles. It was Herenveen.
It was Groningen.
Herenveen.
Oh, so we went 0 for 3. Damn, that's Russell Westbrook numbers right there.
Yeah, he retired at FC 20.
Oh, okay. So he moved away to 20. Okay.
Anyway, back. Right. I'm happy with Szoboszlai. I think that with the prices they both went for, Szoboszlai's a better deal and has a lot more upside because I have now learned a bit more about Szoboszlai. Still not enough, but a bit more about Szoboszlai. But I'm also not going to backtrack on my statement that Mason Mount would have been a good fit for Liverpool because he would have been. He 100% would have been. Had everything that you wanted.
Is Tom waffling? Honestly. All I want from you guys is, you know how we're going to answer this typical This Is Football fashion. Don't write me your life stories. Just write me Tom waffling or not waffling. You have two options. Either not waffling or Tom waffling. That's all I want to see. So that's it. Let's just have a vote because this guy is just being wrong and strong. It's okay to say I was wrong and you were right, Husam. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. You can read the comments right now.
In the sense
yeah,
of
but
what?
Selection's gonna be the only guy that agrees with you. I'm gonna be honest with you, because you and Selection have that bestie, annoying, cringe relationship. The rest,
you know what though, Husam, you can sit there and say, "Oh, look, you often you said this, said that." I seem to remember that you were the man who said, "If we don't win the league next season, you want Klopp sacked."
So if we do sign Thuram and a centre back, what the fuck should I expect?
I'm just asking if you still. I'm just asking if you still stand by that.
We need to win the league, absolutely, 100%. Okay. How many off years are they going to give us? 15 off years?
I wouldn't say 15.
Thank you. That's what I thought. Thank you. Exactly. Anyway, big up to Ryan. Says Jordan Hansen, goodbye. Au revoir. Auf Wiedersehen. مع السلامة in Arabic, just for you, Ryan. Tears in my eyes. I'm so happy. Trent and Salah with an actual footballer to link up with. You know, Ryan, why I love you? Sometimes your super chats just like they hit my soul. Sometimes I feel like I'm listening to just, you know, when you listen to some sort of like something and it just hits your absolute soul. I'm just going to say that right-hand side is about to hit better than certain drugs did in the 80s and the 90s. Szoboszlai, Mo Salah, Trent Alexander-Arnold. End the stream. End the stream, Dave. End the stream. Szoboszlai, Trent, and Mo Salah on the same side. Are you mad? For the first time since 1920, Trent and Mo could actually look to the midfielder in front of them or behind them and go like, this guy can play the sport of football. No more hoofballs, no more first-time crosses that go out for goal kicks, no more any of that. When we pass the ball to Szoboszlai, he might actually dribble. He might make a final third pass. He might shoot. Oh my God.
He might not block Trent's goal-bound free kicks.
Honestly, that was probably the one moment that pissed me off the most the whole year. That moment was the one moment. He actively stopped Trent from scoring a world-class free kick. He single-handedly stopped Trent from scoring a free kick right off the training ground. Unbelievable, Jeff. Big up to Dale, says Chelsea robbed United for Mount. They caved in. That report is till this day the single most embarrassing report to come out of against any club this summer.
It was the fact he sat there
Chelsea
and went,
expect
we'll
United
give you
to
50.
even- Wow.
It was the fact he sat there and went, look, we'll give you 50. We're not going any higher than 50. We'll walk away. And then they went, okay, we're back now. We'll pay you
Here's
55. Sorry, Chelsea.
Unbelievable. Mount is better than Hendo. Jones would start at LFC. But I mean, here's my thing. I've always said this. I've been consistent. And I think even Tom's agreed with this logic. We cannot use Henderson, Jones, Elliott, any of our midfielders as a measuring stick anyway. Why are we looking at Henderson to begin with as the measuring stick for what's successful and what's not? So
anything looks good against bad. Anything looks good against garbage. I'm not trying to have a baseline of garbage.
No, I agree with that because me and Tom have said this multiple times. You could go through the entire league right now, no exaggeration, and you'd get probably a player minimum from a midfield that's better than Henderson. That's not even an insult. That's reality.
Do you remember when we...
Isn't Morgan Gibbs White better than Henderson? Isn't Maddison, who got relegated with Leicester, better than Henderson? Isn't like Tyler Adams better than Henderson?
Do you remember Phil Billing?
Billing is also better than Henderson, but we can't use that logic. Come on, man. Like, I can't wait. Honestly, Tom, that right injected into my soul, like not just even honestly. Quality signing offers something unique, but I'm aware of how Klopp will use them. We will see the Leipzig version. Will Klopp mold them into different type of players for the system, like Gini, Gakpo, and Thiago? First of all, I think the real Gini now on this team is MacAllister. MacAllister is Gini with better tech. That's how I look at MacAllister. And Gagandeep, thank you for the super chat, first of all. And when it comes to this question regarding system, you see, this is kind of the next part I want to talk about, Gagandeep, because I do want to ask Tom about the system, because there was the infamous debate, and that's a debate that's kind of happening in Liverpool circles right now. Will Liverpool Football Club, will we go back to a 4-3-3? This is the $1 million question that I want to ask Tom to explain now in a second, but let me just run through the super chats before we explain them. Gagandeep, that's a very good super chat. Thank you as well, because that topic is a very important topic that we're going to cover now. Big up to you, my brother. Szoboszlai got hooked against City in the 7-0 loss. By the way, City fans posting the 7-0 loss when Gvardiol was the centre-back is the funniest thing I've seen in my whole life. Hamza, where is your self-awareness? Wallahi, where is your self-awareness? He's posting it with Gvardiol as the centre-back on the lineup, and he considers 7. God have mercy on my soul. Big up H. Tom, can we go easy on Ox? That injury got 2018 basically disconnected his knee, ACL, medial and thermal ligament. Lucky to be playing still, unlike Keita, who was fake for 5 years. Tom, before you answer, Ed, I knew from the first chat you sent in this comment section that me and you just no ball. This is what I'm saying. I've always said, if injuries never happened, 17-18 Ox carried on, he would have been one of our best players in the Klopp era if that injury never happened. That's my honest thing. I look at Oxlade-Chamberlain as like a Marco Reus to an extent. Not like he's not a Liverpool legend or anything, but 17-18 Ox, just go and watch back the clips for a period of 3, 4, 5 months, was unreal. Nothing he couldn't do on the pitch, even defensively. Dribble, pass, shoot, intercept, press, everything he done. Selection saying, Husam talking like he's watched sub loads. Funny. Mount would have been a good signing regardless. Has all the dynamics needed. Prefer sub Gakpo. First of all, Selection, let me show you why you're disingenuous. On that show that I'm talking about, Selection, that you watched, you were like, for the first time, you even sent in a super chat that day, and it was $10, and I remember it because its color was gold. And you said, for the first time today, I agree with Husam. I would want Szoboszlai too. So even before we were even linked to the guy, I said I want Szoboszlai. I'm not acting like I'm sat here watching Bundesliga 24/7, but I know of the guy. I've heard of the guy. I've seen the guy play football. I definitely want him at Liverpool Football Club because I said it in my like proper ones. I had it there. So you can't come up here and pretend. Selection. You bozo. You were on that stream and you supported me. You agreed and sent me a super chat by saying you agree with me. And now you're sat here denying it. You and Tom Little, you're just the brothers of denial. And finally, Felipe, he says Szoboszlai is a statement signing. Fair play. I'm going to come to you, Tom, I promise. Is a statement signing fair play? Then there's the last one. The knock-on effect Mac and Dom will have on your team will be big. Add a DM and a centre-back and a title charge. I don't even think we need a... No, actually, I do think we need a DM. Centre-back is for me is... As soon as I see Szoboszlai wearing that Liverpool shirt, go sign a centre-back. No need to wait anymore. There's nothing to wait for. The moment you see Szoboszlai in the Liverpool shirt, go buy a centre-back directly, that very second. But I think... When it comes to statement signing in terms of price tag and triggering the release clause, absolutely it is a statement signing, Felipe. 100%.
Well,
and we beat Newcastle to
topic
it, so
that we disagree
you
on
as a Newcastle fan, hold that. Tom, 1 second, because I've got so much I want you to answer. Before we do that, 600 people are watching us. Big up to Felipe, selection, Ed, Amin, Gagandip, Dale, and Ryan. Make sure you're all slapping that like button now. Make sure you're all subscribing to this football this very second. I want every single person to slap that like button for the return of Husam x Tom Little. Slap that like button for having a right-sided 8 who can play the sport. Slap that like button for Dominic Szoboszlai. Slap that like button for Tom's birthday. Every single person right now, please like this video. Subscribe to This Is Football. Make sure you share it everywhere. Big up to all the Hungarians watching. Big up to all the people in wherever you are in the world. I know because a lot of Hungarians are actually watching our videos as well. So big up to you guys. Make sure you guys are liking, subscribing. Tom, so there's a lot for you to unpack. So I don't want you to just be steered off where I want you to go with this. So number one, what if Klopp, the Gagendip question, what if Klopp goes to the 4-3-3? What if Klopp goes back to all of that? If we buy a DM. Second of all, when it comes to the point that who was it? I think it was selection that raised regarding the system. No, it wasn't selection. I think it was Ed. Ed, yeah. How would Dominic and MacAllister work together and where?
Anything else or?
No. Okay, you can go. You can speak on whatever you want. Mi casa es tu casa. Go ahead, brother.
I think that Szoboszlai doesn't fit the 4-3-3 as a centre mid. I think the signing of Szoboszlai is a clear indication that we're going to stick with this new system because he is the perfect right centre mid in this new system. It's the role he played for what are they called? Leipzig last season, pretty much. It's the exact same role. So and how are they going to work together? Again, MacAllister will go on the left, Szoboszlai will go on the right. MacAllister will be the slightly more defensive, all-round option. Szoboszlai will get more creative freedom. That right-hand side is going to cook teams like you wouldn't believe. Like you would not believe. It should free up Salah to not have to do up Mark Albright in touchline settings. Everything will come together because of how it shapes up. But the last one about we need a centre back and a DM. We now have another thing that we disagree on, Husam, because you'll have seen the news recently that we're going after Lavia and Thuram. You know, we're in talks with both of them. I have said, and I believe that if given the option, because I don't know who we're going to get at left centre back, and I don't believe it is Ignacio. As much as I want it to be, I don't believe it will be. I would potentially gamble on buying both Lavia and Thuram and leaving left centre back until January.
Oh, you're crazy. You're actually crazy.
I look at it and I go...
Do you agree with this as well, by the way? That it's the defensive problem with the 4-3-3?
4-3-3, I just think it's been not found. Yes, it's found out in a way. We've done it for 6 years.
Do you trust Klopp that he wouldn't go back to the 4-3-3? I can't lie, I don't have that trust toward. Like, I'm not saying I don't trust Klopp. I'm saying it's a possibility we go to 4-3-3 again. I'm gonna be honest, I'm not ruling it out. Are you ruling it out entirely? That's the question.
I'm not ruling it out entirely, but I don't think Szoboszlai fits into that.
Big up selection, by the way.
I really don't think Szoboszlai fits into that. But look, I look at it and I go, right, if I can complete my midfield rebuild in one window, because I believe a window where you get Lavia, Thuram, Szoboszlai, MacAllister, that sorts your midfield out for 5 years. That sorts it out. There is no weakness. They are all ready. You've got Lavia as the starting 6. You've got Szoboszlai and MacAllister as the 2 starting 8. And Thuram can fill in wherever. I don't need to touch midfield then. Whereas if I go and get a left centre-back, because I don't think our top targets are available, we're going to have to touch it again next summer. But we're also then going to have to go and address centre-mid, where we may have lost out on Thuram. Quadio Kone may not be available. Lavia may have gone. So then we're going down a boat trying to find another centre-mid target. If I can box off my entire midfield right here, right now, I'm doing it. And I'm gambling on Robertson and Tsimikas being good enough for 6 months.
Can I prove you wrong?
Go for it.
I'm going to offer you two words. Szoboszlai and MacAllister are both Liverpool players.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to give you 2 scenarios. Number 1, we get Bastoni. Number 2, we get 2 midfielders. Who are you choosing? Alongside.
Bastoni, but that's not going to happen.
Okay, no problem. So your problem is with the targets we're linked with, not with the idea.
I don't think the centre-back targets we are linked with, or we have an actual chance of getting, based off of who we've seen right now, are good enough to the point where I would sacrifice a Lavia or a Thuram.
No, because here's the thing. I don't want to disagree with you on something you're not saying. I understand that, and I don't think Mickey van de Ven is someone who's going to be, oh my God, Mickey van de Ven. I'm not going to sit up here and do backflips for Mickey van de Ven, right? But you know what the problem remains? This is the biggest issue with our centre-back. It's not even system or 2-3-2, blah, 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 any of that. The problem is all 4 are injury-prone. That's the problem.
Mm-hmm.
So how can you... Because you have to be honest, don't lie. And every time Konate just goes on the floor for like longer than 30 seconds, you're shooting yourself. Be real, right?
Oh, yeah. 100%. Yeah, that is
okay,
panic.
so with Van Dijk, kind of the same, right? Kind
not as much. Not as much with Van Dijk, but there are still questions.
Matip, 100% the same. You're like, yep, he gone.
Mm-hmm.
Gomez injury prone. So now the ultimate $1 million question: would you accept a world in which Fabinho Tavares is playing centre back in 2023? Thomas Little.
I actually think he'd probably be better at centre back than DM.
Oh God. Oh God, you just live for edginess, right? Like you just love being edgy.
No, because I don't think he has to do as much running at centre back. I think being at centre back just relies on his reading of the game, and he still reads the game.
So in this new system, who would be? So you're saying Fabinho would be the left centre back?
No, Fabinho would be the central centre back, and Van Dijk.
So who would be the left centre back?
Virgil has to go out to the left and.
Oh. You see what I'm saying about Tom Little, guys? Tom has lost it. Tom has left his brain in Mexico.
No. I think
he's lost it. He's lost it.
That is not my first choice defense. That is not my first choice defense.
No,
I'm still sticking with Robertson at left centre back.
Won't get injured. You can't guarantee that.
I'm still sticking with Robertson at left centre back. I still think that could work.
I think here's the thing. Listen, the reason why I don't want to argue the Robertson thing is me and you could speak about Robertson for the next 40 minutes. Klopp is playing Robertson. Let's just all cut the BS.
Mm-hmm.
For Jurgen Klopp, Robertson's playing. There's no need for us to argue something that's going to happen anyway.
So, brilliant. You've answered my question, Husam. So if Robertson's going to play,
yes.
If Robertson's going to play, and so then the left centre back I'm going to sign won't play as much. I might as well go box off my midfield right now because they will play.
I explained to you the reasoning. Me and you agree on step one.
No, because I'm not buying Ignacio. Okay,
I'm thinking
my right centre back is injury prone. Why would I play my left centre back, my left footed centre back at right centre back on the?
No, but I don't believe in that nonsense.
Oh, you don't. Pep Guardiola believes in it. Jose Mourinho believes in it. Jurgen Klopp believes in it. But Husam doesn't believe in it.
Right.
Husam doesn't believe in left footed should be on the left and right footed.
Bro, Tom. If Konate gets injured and we play Ignacio and Van Dijk, that's a respectable defense.
Okay.
If we play Van Dijk and one of the two, you know what, next to him, then it's a problem.
Mm-hmm. We don't know. We
do know because all 4 have been injured before. What do you mean we don't know? We do know.
No, we don't know how they'll look alongside Van Dijk in the system.
Oh, we definitely do know. Oh, go watch. I seen what you posted about Joe Gomez and Mitoma, with him twerking to the SpongeBob song that Ice Spice made. Come on, be real. Be real, Tom.
It's a concern, but again, I don't think Ignacio is going to happen. This is why I'm saying it. I don't think a player of Ignacio's level is going to happen at centre-back. I think it would be close to a Van der Ven. And Van der Ven doesn't move me to the point where I'd go, okay, I'll sacrifice Lavia and...
Van der Ven doesn't move me, but he's a good guy to have in case we have injuries, Tom. That's my thing.
But then I'm saying, box off your midfield now. I complete your midfield, so you end up with, for this season only, because I think Thiago will leave at the end of the season, for this season, midfield options of Szoboszlai, MacAllister, Thuram, Lavia, Fabinho, Bajcetic, Thiago, Jones. That's 8 players. That's a perfect 8-man system. 8-man setup. Perfect. The best depth we've ever had in midfield.
You know how I know Tom.
Can I afford that gamble with centre-back for 6 months? I'm not saying a year, 6 months, because in January, options will be available.
Okay, let me tell you how I know Tom's right from the club's perspective. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I want us to sign a centre-back and all of this. But let me tell you the shocking thing that happened today. I got a DM from one of Lavia's friends. And he said that Klopp called him today and he gassed him up. So Lavia was gassed by that Klopp phone call from one of Lavia's friends. He told me that by his own mouth. So like, I think we're looking at Lavia. Oh, someone already said who it is. I think we really like Lavia. But my point of, I think me and Tom are in agreement. However, my only point of contention is nothing but injuries. That's my thing. Like my point of contention isn't that, system this, system that, Robertson this, Robertson that, blah, blah, blah. I've got no problem with that. But my point of contention is all 4 could be injured anytime, Tom. That's my only, that's my genuine, and that's a real worry too. They could go down.
100% in the sense that, look, Van Dijk isn't as injury prone as the others. Let's get it out there. Van Dijk isn't as big an injury worry. So then I have 3 centre-backs for 1 position. We have had injury crisis before, but we are not going to have, at one point in the first 6 months of next season, all 3 of them injured. We're not. I will always have 1 available.
I would like to introduce you to 2020-2021. Please revise what happened that year, my lovely brother from Liverpool.
Even then, Husam, we got to 6 months. It was just we didn't buy in January. We sold ourselves short in January.
You're such a fraud.
I'm saying get to Jan. Get to Jan and then we're good.
You're the biggest fraud on earth, honestly. You're the biggest fraud. Do you actually believe what you just said? You're like, oh, we got to 6 months. There is no way you believe that.
Yeah, we did. We got Van Dijk went down. So we got through August. Van Dijk went down in September. Oh, sorry, no, we got through September. Van Dijk went down in October. Gomez went down in November. Matip had a minor injury throughout December. And then got his major injury at the end of January. And even then, whoever is there won't get massive 6-month injuries sort of thing. I look at this, Sam, and I go, I could nail my midfield. We have been crying out for this midfield to be complete. You know as well as I do, Sam, we leave our midfield with just Thuram. Let's say we only get Thuram this window. We've got to go back in next window for another midfielder.
Do you think we should get Thuram now?
I think we should get both of them.
Thuram and Lavia?
I think you get both of them.
Okay.
Because Lavia's homegrown as well now, so he doesn't fill in on homegrown spot.
Shit, what happened to that whole non-homegrown stuff? According to the whole rule thing, we can only employ 1 non-homegrown guy, right?
We've got 1 more after Szoboszlai, so it's Thuram. And then Lavia
It's probably going to be Thuram still. I kind of shit. That means so the centre-back, we've got 2 things. He's either going to have to be homegrown or he can be under 21. If he's under 21, they don't count in the squad anyway.
Until he turns 21, yeah.
No. He doesn't. If he's under 21,
yeah, for the rest of the season, yeah, he'd be all right.
So pre the season starts. So we wouldn't have to register him anyway. So you could play your youngsters without registering.
I know. I think the club want that Colwell, but I think we're just going to get priced out of Colwell.
Thank you. See, I love how sometimes you're smart. Sometimes you're smart. Because this is the problem. I know for a fact we want Levi Colwell. Oh, we'd love that guy. You want to hear the problem? Forget what Husam does.
They want a world record fee, don't they? They want a record fee.
I'm not an ITK. I don't know anything. You guys go watch the Chelsea show that we did on this show. I got Rob, Chelsea fan who's a journalist. He said the reason why they haven't sold Colwell to Brighton to begin with, who actually want to buy Colwell, is because of the money. They just want record levels of money for Colwell. So, like, okay, let me put it this way. Absolute minimum we could get Colwell for is 60 million right now. That's like you're talking about. Oh my God,
Chelsea. That's if he threw his toys out the pram. That's if he, handed in a request and said.
That's something. That's when Chelsea woke up and they feel generous and they want to give him to you for 60 million type thing. That's what I'm saying. So like, it's two things. Mickey Van de Ven, I think, isn't he 20? So he doesn't even count as a non-homegrown spot anyway. He would count as a quote-unquote youngster.
Van de Ven, age 22.
Oh shit, he'd count. So essentially, if we sign Thuram, let me ask you a question. Why do we need to sign Thuram now? This is a question that even Selection, your bestie, asked earlier on. Why should we want to sign Thuram if we've got Szoboszlai when you're one of the guys who would go like they're similar profiles because you're one of the profile merchants?
I don't think they are similar profiles.
How?
I don't think because I think right. You have to hear me out here. This is my ultimate project with Thuram. You want Saliba? Okay, bro. Okay. Nice one, Nico. Thank you for the comment. Come on. I said I want Saliba. Explain while I get water. My ultimate project with Thuram is you look at what he is. He's a 6'4" monster, but he moves around the pitch so easy. He's quick. He's agile. He gets between the lines so well. He's a 6'4" machine.
I'm getting water right now. If I go get some water and I dare hear you say Thuram as DM, I'm gonna lose my mind. That's what I'm gonna say.
I think
I'm gonna put you full screen because I'm actually gonna clip you. I'm genuinely gonna clip you now. Go on.
Mm-hmm. I think with how he's built, with his 6'4" frame, with his entire setup, with his entire getup, within a couple of years of nurturing and of molding, you could turn Thuram into one of the most interesting sixers in the world because not many sixers will have the physical attributes of him. He's got what you want, but it needs to be nurtured, and it will take a bit of time. But I look at Thuram as a potential future brilliant six. And even if he doesn't realise that, then I've got an 8 who can play both roles of that MacAllister plays and that Szoboszlai plays better than what we have now. But my long-term project with Thuram would be looking at his profile, looking at his 6'4" frame, looking at his long legs, looking at his build. You train that up, you've got a fantastic 6. You have an incredible 6 there, an incredible one. You have one. It's just showing that not many DMs out there will be as tall, as strong, and as mobile. That's why. But even then, if that project doesn't work out, then you've got a fantastic right centre mid option and left centre mid option, which we still need. We still need them options. We've got Szoboszlai in. We still need another right centre mid. We do. They're not the same. Thuram and Szoboszlai aren't the same profile, but they can both play on the same side. So you just got to look at it that way. But yes, Sam, I think you could train Thuram in 2 or 3 years to be a brilliant 6.
Ladies and gentlemen, Tom Little wants a 8 who's probably better in the final third, whose pace and power to play as DM. He wants Kefren Thuram to be our DM. Comment section. This is what I'm gonna do, right? I'm gonna set up a poll. Let's first check the results of the first poll because we already dunked on his head top so bad. So let's just check on the result of the first poll. So the result of the first poll is, who is the current better player? And after 450 votes, Szoboszlai won with 87%. 87.
I'm happy we got the best player.
30%. Okay, so now we're going to start a poll. Okay? So that poll is going to be called, can Thuram be transformed into a DM? That's the poll. Can Thuram transform to a DM? Option number 1 will be, yes, Tom is right. Option number 2 will be like, no, Tom is waffling. I want to know what the comments are saying, because I'm going to lose my mind. How are you going to take a pace and power guy and make him a DM? Tom, do you understand how much pace and power cannot be a DM? Because DM is the polar opposite of DM. You don't need pace and power to be a DM. Where's Fabinho's pace and power? He was the best DM in the world. You need intelligence. You need tackling. You need reading the game well.
Okay.
Thuram can only develop his levels of intelligence to be able to get to that level. He can't become that now.
So you tell me Thuram doesn't read the game? Right, first off, Thuram hasn't played as an 8 this year. He's played in a double pivot. Because he needs to play a 4-4-2.
So he's played double pivot and 6. There's a difference. You know this. Shaq has a double pivot player. He's not a DM.
But Thuram hasn't played as an 8. He's played in a pivot. So he's already adapted defending. The man has also come out in interviews and said he thinks he's better defensively than going forwards. The man wants to be a DM. The man thinks his strengths are in DM. The man is the perfect project 6, but it will take time. I'm not going to sit there and say 1 year it's done. It will take time. But he has all the intangibles to become a fantastic 6. He has all the intangibles to become a DM that you would look at and go, £100 million. A profile isn't available on the market. And I'm only saying this in this new system. As a lone 6, it's different. As a lone 6, it's different. But with Trent alongside him, I think he could do it. I really do.
So now, according to the comment section, I'm the crazy one.
Yeah.
Everyone's agreeing with Tom as well.
They can see the vision. They can see the vision.
But what's the vision when he's like, his main attribute is his physicality attributes?
Exactly. Physicality. You need to be physical to be a DM.
Like, that's an own goal by me still.
No, it's not. No, it's not. Husam, how do you win tackles? How do you win battles? By being physical?
You don't listen. I just said it's an own goal by me.
Exactly.
I just own gold myself. So let me just run through these super chats real quick. Make sure you guys are liking and subscribing. 600 people are still watching us. Husam X Top Little is back. We're almost at 300 likes. Keep liking, keep subscribing, keep sharing the videos, my lovely people.
And also, for the ones that keep saying, if you want Thuram to play 6, why do you want Lavia? Because Thuram can... I still have 2 years before I can get Thuram in the 6. Thuram can still play in the 8. Fabinho needs replacing. Fabinho needs replacing. Lavia is my Fabinho replacement.
Okay, here's the thing now. Real question, just before I... should I ask you this after Super Chats or before? Before, let me ask you. You named 8 midfielders.
Mm-hmm.
I think Jones is probably going to play Europa League, FA Cup and Carabao Cup to further his development. Fair.
Mm-hmm.
So I've got no problem with that. I think Henderson is going to move more into quote-unquote a Milner role. Come on, 5 minutes, shit like that. He might even play Carabao Cup games, blah, blah, blah. You've essentially got, alongside Thiago, 5 options, and Curtis Jones, who I believe could fill in now. I didn't believe that previously, I'm going to be honest with you. But you already know. I said, no, don't even give me that look. You've been wrong so many times. Don't even dare give me that look. So I think he can convince me to come in. Like, MacAllister needs a day off. I'm willing to give like Curtis Jones a game against Luton Town at home. I got no problem with that. But how will all 4 signings have enough game time with Thiago and Fabinho existing? That's my thing. Because forget what you think of them. Remember what Klopp thinks of them. Remember the Robertson convo? I said, Tom, you know my opinion on Robbo, but I think Robbo's going to play. So now you have to be fair back. Forget your opinion.
I will be.
Okay, go on.
Thiago will make 20 appearances next season.
Okay.
With injuries and rest and everything, Thiago will make 20 appearances.
That's not even a bad shot considering his injury record. I can't lie to you.
I'm expecting us to play in pretty much every game possible next season. I expect us to make the final of the Europa League. I expect us to make the final of the Domestic Cup. And I expect us to go decently far in the other one. So I'm expecting close to 60 games next year. If Thiago's making appearances in 20 of them, that's a third. The man's making appearances in a third of the games. Fabinho can make 35 appearances, maybe 40. But he's not going to be playing in the Europa League. My Europa League midfield is looking like Bajcetic, Jones, Thuram, Lavia. My league midfield is looking like Szoboszlai, MacAllister, Fabinho, Thiago. In the cups, you can switch between the two. We thrive on depth. We thrive on depth because it allows us to go and build momentum in all the competitions. The first time we had actual depth in midfield, the first time our false depth actually proved to be depth in 21-22.
So do you believe in this then?
No, Jones will get games. You got 5 subs. Just because a player doesn't make an appearance doesn't mean they're not out in favour. I could easily see, let me give you a hypothetical 3-game run. You've got a league game, you've got a Europa League game, you've got a league game. So for the first league game, you're up against the top 6 side. You see Trent, you see Fabinho, you see Szoboszlai, you see MacAllister. Or you see Thiago, instead of MacAllister. Then you go to the Europa League game. So then you see Lavia, Thuram, Szoboszlai, MacAllister, or Jones. You get to the other league game, then you see MacAllister, Fabinho, Szoboszlai.
Rotation, essentially.
Everyone's got minutes. We need to rotate. Otherwise, we're going to run into the same issues. Bajcetic.
But the thing is, what if someone's absolutely balling out though? Like, if we start the first 5-6 games of the year and Szoboszlai is let's say in these first 5-6 Premier League games, Szoboszlai is having unbelievable form, right? And he's destroying everyone. You can't go and bench him then.
No. So he doesn't get. So then the play behind him just has to work even harder.
So you're essentially saying form basically also is taken into account also.
I'm saying the competition for places will be brilliant next year. If you have an 8-man setup. And then I don't need to sign anyone because Thiago will go at the end of next season. So then it goes down to 7. So then players get happier because there's more chance of game time. And then Fabinho will go later on.
When we're back in the Champions League. I agree.
Yeah. Then you get down
but you know my problem. Why don't we apply that logic to centre back though? Because me and you, our only point of difference is I agree Robertson's gonna play there. There's no need to waste our time. All I'm saying is we need just a depth option though, because they all get injured.
I would love that, Husam. The reason why I'm so vocal about the midfield, is because I don't like the options that are being given to me at centre back. I don't like Van der Ven. I don't like David Hanko. I don't like these options that were being given. If it came down to it and I needed emergency options, Stefan Bajcetic is a centre back.
Oh God,
he could cover there.
He's a centre back in the under 21. He cannot be.
But he could do it. He could do it against NS Miura.
He's thinner than you.
Yes, I know, but he could do it against NS Miura. He could do it if push came to shove, and I needed to protect players.
Did you just make up a team?
NS Miura are a real team. They beat Tottenham 3 years ago. But I look at it and I go, I can nail my midfield in one window, or I can sell myself a little bit short on both, because I will still need to go address the midfield next season and the centre back again next season, rather than nail my midfield off. So then the next 2 windows, my focus is solely on finding the right centre back, finding the perfect centre back for that role, and then it's nailed. Then you've done it.
You know, I have a dream that we could just convince Inter to give us Bastoni. If we get Bastoni, I'm making a public announcement now. I don't think we're going to get Bastoni. And it's not even like, oh my God, I spoke to my guy, so I'm just hinting at him. No. I'm just giving ideal world. If we get Bastoni, you can write our name on the Premier League title. I'm that confident. Honestly, screw Man City, screw their treble, all of this shit. If we get Bastoni, we win that league. Let's cut the BS here. What's missing? Nothing's missing. Are you mad? Alisson, Trent, Van Dijk, Konate, Bastoni. MacAllister, Szoboszlai, whoever the fuck you want, whoever you want. Salah, Gakpo, Jota, Nunez, Diaz. Like, I'm gonna be honest with you. If we get Bastoni, bro, like that's the thing.
I think we get closer, but again, I still think City the favourites.
You're just saying that because you just like to do this underdog thing because it helps you feel like you're against the world and shit like that.
No,
that's what you do in debates against me, but I still dunk on your head top anyway. So that's the thing.
Still think City favourites.
Bastoni,
I'd love Bastoni.
So perfect, so fucking perfect.
Is he signing a new deal with Inter?
Yeah, he is. That's what I'm saying. It's a mad hypothetical, like, but it's like if you tell me right now, create it in the lab. I'm saying Bastoni, bro. Like if you're saying go to the lab, make one. It's Bastoni. So you wouldn't even even find like a gem in the championship, just like at least a good even I saw people that mentioned earlier on. Would you be against
in January? Sure.
No. Would you be against even signing Mark Guehi, for example, just as an option?
Mark Guehi is going to cost the same amount as Lavia. I'd still have
50,
Lavia for that
40,
amount.
30, that's fine. That's not that expensive.
But if you're giving me the option of Thuram,
okay, let's make it realistic. You know what? You gave me an idea. Let me make it realistic. Let's assume we get Thuram regardless, right? So if I give you Thuram and Guehi or Thuram and Lavia, that's a realistic question.
Thuram and Lavia.
I'm going Thuram and Guehi, you know.
Well, what do you do then? What do you do then next summer? So the summer afterwards, you're then in need of a midfielder and in need of a centre back because Guehi isn't a starter long term.
You know, we might not be in need of a midfielder depending on the development of Bajcetic and Jones and these guys.
No, you're still going to be in need of a midfielder because you're letting go of Thiago.
Okay, that's fair. I could get whoever next summer anyway.
I look at it and I go, I nail my midfield for the next 5 years, or I cover both bases for 1 year.
Or I take a big risks in 4 centre backs who are injury prone. Say it as it is.
Three centre backs. I take risks on 3 centre backs who are injury prone. Yeah.
Okay, so that's a problem.
It is, but guess what? It's a problem that we got to face. Because Sam, what you're saying all this about the centre backs? Oh yeah, the injury prone. What's not to say we don't sign an injury prone centre back?
We don't sign an injury prone centre back to begin with. What do you mean?
Right. I want to make sure I'm thinking about the right fella here. I might have been thinking about the wrong fella. I'm pretty sure Mark Guehi's had injury problems in the past, but I might be thinking about someone else.
Mark Guehi's had 1 injury, I think, at Palace. I remember he was out for 3 months or something.
I'm thinking about someone else. Mark Guehi's alright. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know what I'm thinking about. It might be in Ignacio or something.
Yeah, he's fit. He's got Premier League experience. We need to bring him on for a game. Rest Virgil, rest Konate, stuff like that.
I'm still taking the chance.
Tom, you're playing Luton Town at home. You don't want Konate to get injured. You play Guehi and Van Dijk. You don't want Van Dijk to get injured. You play Guehi and Konate. That's fine.
I'd just play Matip and Gomez.
You'd play who?
I'd play Van Dijk and Matip or Van Dijk and Gomez. They've still got. They're gonna have. They're gonna have to play. They're gonna have to play next year. They're gonna have to.
Unfortunately, I can't lie to you. I need to check with my guy.
We are thinking of different things. That's what we're doing. I'm thinking about. Yeah. You're thinking about solving all. So what's the best way?
No, I'm thinking about injuries. That's what I'm thinking about. Injuries.
No, but in terms of how you're gonna go about the rest of this window, you're thinking about. I have 2 holes. I have 2 holes in my house. I'm going to buy cheap paint to put over both of them and then readdress them the next year with better paint. And then it looks all right then. I'm going...
No. Don't change it now.
You are.
I said I'm going to get good... Thuram, Szoboszlai and MacAllister is a fantastic 3. What do you mean cheap paint? That ain't cheap.
Yes. Again, you still have to go back and address the issue next year because you need to buy another midfielder next year.
Too much for us. That's his price tag.
So you're painting over it with something that needs to be done again in a year. I look at it and go, I'm going to use all of my time, all of my money on nailing this one hole, so I don't have to touch it again for 5 years. And then when I get the chance in 6 months or a year, I will then address the other one because the paint, the little fucking tarp that I can chuck over this hole are good enough for now. But in under pressure, it might not hold up. But for now, for 6 months, it should be good enough.
Let me give you a
Europa
solution
League
that
group
will make us
stage, it
both
should be good
happy.
enough.
Let me give you a solution that will make us both happy. Go sign Lavia, go sign Thuram, and go sign a stopgap centre back. Just don't leave it empty, but sign a stopgap. Even go call Inter, go sign 35-year-old Acerbi for like 1 million or whatever. You know? That's fair, right?
Or just go and get a loan player.
No need to loan. Just get an old ass player. Just get an old ass 35-year-old centre back that's gonna come in here, play a year, and then dip. Just a stopgap. My only point is just don't leave it empty. That's my biggest point.
The thing is, you I think you understand as well the idea of Lavia, Thuram.
The idea of you're gonna build your midfield for the next 4 years. I understand that completely. All I'm saying is because our centre backs are empty, I just don't want to leave it empty. Just sign a stopgap, even just some 35-year-old.
Should we have a look at free agents? Should we have a look at the free agents actually? What free agents are there?
Sergio Ramos. Ooh, hey, he played with Messi and he always fought him.
I wouldn't. That'd be fun.
Yes, Ahmed, we're still on for Thuram. Yes, we are. We're still on.
Centre back. Here we go. So free agent centre backs: Samuel Umtiti, Eliki Mangala, Nikola Maximovic.
Stop right there. Go get Umtiti. Honestly, there's no need. Like, stopgap. Honestly, I'm not saying we need an unbelievable, world-class, unreal centre back. Just get a centre back in case someone gets injured. Because now, if I tell Tom Little, Gomez and Van Dijk versus Umtiti and Van Dijk, he's feeling 10 times more confident with Umtiti. Be real, Tom. Right now, look at the camera.
I can't lie. I'll probably still go with Gomez.
Oh, piss off, man! You're such a liar.
No, but Umtiti is good insurance. He's good insurance. But even like I don't think like Adebayo from Fulham. I know he's available. I know that Fulham want to sell him. He doesn't want to sign a new deal. Homegrown, you can get him for about 15
selection
million.
are always on the same wavelength. It just makes me cringe, honestly.
Adebayo's a fantastic little option. They're the type of things that you need to look at. These little centre back options. But I look at Lavia as a potential future leading Premier League DM. I look at and Dick is awful.
Gomez is better as a centre back.
I look at Thuram as a potential brilliant future Premier League midfielder. I don't look at any of the centre backs we could get right now, bar Ignacio, who I don't think we're going to get as future leading Premier League centre backs. That's why I look at the midfielders and I go, you could have genuinely the best midfield in the Premier League in 3 years' time with all four of them. I don't look at any of the centre backs like a Hanko or a Van der Ven. The only one that I like is Ignacio, but I don't think we can sign him. So Van der Ven, Hanko, whoever, and go, they're the leading.
But you agree with the stopgap idea, though?
If you can get me a stopgap for 5 mil, if the club are willing to do a stopgap for 5 mil and they can get one, yes, all for it.
Yeah, just like a cheap ass, just like some 34-year-old guy with experience who could come in if needed. I would be okay with that.
That's fine. That's fine. For
me, even if we get like fucking Acerbi, he's 35 from Inter. Just go get him for a year just give Inter $1 million for Acerbi and they'd probably sell him.
Honestly, my thing is, I just want to nail this window.
Tom, on a real, right? Jokes aside, would you take Ramos as a stopgap? Sergio Ramos, Tom.
It'd be funny, wouldn't it?
You would take him. Be real. I'm
thinking about it.
I take Ramos. He's an asshole, but he becomes our asshole. I'm taking him. I'm taking Sergio Ramos.
The thing is, though, Husam, what we say now, if someone clipped up what we say now at a stopgap, could you imagine some of the names that get thrown about? We are so lucky Conor Cody's just joined Leicester. We are so lucky Conor Cody's just joined Leicester.
Thank God. People are saying Ramos versus Salah. Guys, Ramos played with Messi and they had even worse wars than the one that he had with Salah. Honestly. Guys, think about it this way. We could sort our midfield for the next 4 or 5 years, but at least have someone in case Gomez or Matip got injured. Now, if I want to rest one of them for a game, play Ramos one game. Bro, imagine pulling up to fucking Man City and like Van Dijk's injured, and I'm playing Ramos and Konate, and Ramos has the game of his lifetime against Haaland, and we win 1-0 via a Ramos header. I'd have the biggest erection known to mankind. I'll be honest with you. Like, that'd just be an unreal.
Do you know it's available for free? Do you know it's actually
Who?
available for free? Yerry Mina.
No.
Yeah, Yerry Mina's available for free.
Former Evertonian, bit of an asshole as well, so I don't want him. No.
Yeah, he's a proper shit house.
I can't lie, I just undone my own point there because I've been arguing pro Ramos, so I can't say bit of an asshole for me now.
Do you know what, though? I know it's not going to happen, but the one centre-back that I look at this window and go, you are perfect. I would love to have you. I make Laporte. If I could have Laporte...
That's never going to happen, though. You know that's
I know, but imagine Laporte, Van Dijk, Konate.
Put to the league title with our name on it.
I only say that because I know he wants to go.
No, Araujo, guys, Bastoni, players like that, that's unrealistic for us. Be real, bro. That's what I'm saying. Like, listen, all I'm saying is let's execute Tom's little, but with better seasoning. So I'm executing Tom's plan, but I'm adding a Ramos to it. That's all I'm saying. Give me Ramos for a year. Give him some nice wages per week. He'll give you experience. He's won multiple leagues before. Boom. Let's rock and roll, bro. Honestly, Sergio. Let's go. Listen, I'm willing to forgive it if you score a header against City at the Etihad. We won 1-0.
Do you know will be available?
Who?
For cheap. Kaleta Carr. Remember how we nearly signed Kaleta Carr 3 years ago?
Should have got him, by the way. The injury year. We could have got him anyway.
Well, he was part of Southampton that got relegated.
I can't lie. I'm feeling my opinion a bit too much now. Like I'm gonna push this Ramos stuff. I'm actually gonna push it. I'm gonna push for Sergio Ramos to become a Liverpool player.
Lad, Melvin Wood on Twitter is gonna hate you.
He's gonna cook me. He's gonna go like, "Oh, he elbowed Salah." Blah, blah, blah. Like, let it go, Melvin. Let him score a header against City. You're gonna change your mind. Anyway, let me run through these super chats so the guys could watch the replay instead of it being a movie. Big up to Ed, who says, if we get a new centre-back, Matip has to go, 10 million. No, but I disagree with that. The whole point of me getting a centre-back is because my two backup centre-backs
and we need to keep Matip.
Yeah,
we need to keep Matip.
Yeah, I ain't. By the way, we signed Matip on a free anyway. We don't need to profit off of him. That's the same way I felt about Minamino last year. I was like, why the fuck are we selling Minamino? We bought him for 7 million anyway. Like, it's not like we need to make money off of Minamino. I understood from a personal level we had sell him. By the way, just before I continue reading the super chats, special shout out Red Chili, Chombe, Joe, Michael, Zlatan, Felipe Selection, Ed, Amin, Gagandi, Dale, and Ryan for the super chats. Big up to you guys. 600 people are watching us. Make sure you're liking, make sure you're subscribing. Get us to 15k subscribers as quick as possible. Continue to share the videos, continue to like, continue to subscribe. Big up, Ed. Last one saying, Akhi Husam, is Tom Little being real? 5 years, no need midfield. You might as well say you are FSG in, mate. Tom, the floor is yours.
No, if you get... So, what I'm saying is, you get Szoboszlai, you get Thuram, you get Bajcetic, you get MacAllister, you get Lavia, you get Jones. 6 options. But within 5 years, all of them will be just about to, or in their prime. You don't need to go and buy a starting centre mid for 5 years. If you want to add young pieces, sure, go for it. But I think even Husam agrees, them 6 would be good enough in terms of their progression and how they look, like they're progressing now. Them 6 would be a really good set of midfielders within 5 years as they develop more. So I don't need to go and buy a starter. I don't think... Obviously, it can all change, but I think that's all right. I think them 6 together will be brilliant. It's just the centre-back thing that we're looking at now, isn't it? How are we going to get this stopgap in?
I'm actually going to tweet out the Ramos idea. I'm going to be honest with you.
Oh, yeah, because Twitter's working, isn't it?
I'm on my laptop. It's working. I can't lie. It's working on the desktop.
How's he managed to break it this much?
I'm going to be honest with you. It's working on the laptop. Guys, by the way, if you're... I swear it was, I think it might have been Selection earlier on, someone who told me this entire Twitter thing is working normally on like Chrome on my laptop.
That's hypothetical. Yeah, obviously it's hypothetically speaking because I don't know what's going to happen in 5 years. But I'm willing to hedge my bets that the players in there will be good within 5 years. Why am I spending my early Sunday morning scouting the free agent market?
I'm feeling my Sergio Ramos idea, I'm going to be honest with you. To be honest with you, I feel my idea. Anyway, let me carry on with the super chats. I'm gonna tweet this out as soon as the stream ends. Go tell me your opinion. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm feeling the Ramos idea. Husam is elite. That's all I'm gonna say. Big up to you, Zlatan. Thank you for the super chat. Big up to Michael says, what are the chances Hendo starts against Chelsea? Tom Little earlier on said if he starts Hendo, Klopp's a bit of a knob, and I'll be honest with you, he is. Like, there's no way about it. Like, look, here's my thing. If Szoboszlai, right, came in one day before the game started, I understand. But he's here 3 months before. He's got the entirety of preseason, hugging Klopp, running on the treadmill, all of that good stuff. I'm going to be honest with you. Like, there's no excuse for us starting Henderson. For real. Big up to you, Mike. Selection says, Tom, don't you think we need an LCB who's a progressive passer out from the back as much as we need a midfield? Konate is a bad passer. Mold hype. Bun Thuram. Respond to your best. Go on.
Again, I know it was a crude fit, but Tsimikas can pass a football. Robertson can pass a football when he's not trying to fucking cross it. Like, we're fine in that front. Obviously, Konate isn't as good a passer as Van Dijk, but it is what it is. I don't think the whole build up from the back thing matters when you have Trent sitting just in front of it. He does it all for you because he's unmarked, because teams can't pick him up. It's such a difficult thing to say, but my idea, I'm so strong on my idea. I'm so strong on. I think my idea is how we should be managing the rest of this window. And if you can get a stopgap, you can do. But I'm not worried about building out from the back because we have footballers. They know how to build out from the back.
Fair enough.
The thing is, you're kind of on board with my idea now, aren't you? You're kind of.
I have no problem with your idea. I just need a stopgap. I don't give a fuck if you sign at Cherby. Honestly. No, but Tom, I don't trust the Gomez and Matip anymore. How can you trust them after this year? Be real, bro. Like,
trust. My trust isn't as high.
Sergio Ramos at the Etihad. It's written in the stars. You know it. You know you can feel that story in your soul. Don't lie. Don't lie. You feel it. Ramos Van Dijk partnership. Ramos pockets Haaland and then scores a header in the 88th minute and we win 1-0. Tell me your soul is not feeling it. Go on, lie to the camera right now. Your soul is feeling that story. You're such a liar if you say you're not feeling that story. You're feeling it.
It will be funny. It will be funny.
It would not just be funny, it'll be unreal. Sergio Ramos, Lord. And he has that experience too. Let's do it. FSG owe Liverpool, Ignacio and Guardiola after 5 years of nothing. All the interest from the money they received would cover the two players. No, I agree with you, Joe. Listen, this is why I'm FSG out regardless of this summer. And I spoke on it with James yesterday. I said, just because we signed one player, people are like, oh, where are the FSG out brigade? We're here, bro. You think we're going to go anywhere? What, you think you signed Szoboszlai and suddenly the FSG outers are all going to disappear? Like, we're here. We still are FSG out because it's about sustainability. It's not just about signing one player. You come tell me, where are you? Akhi, it's one player. Chill out. Bozos. So
the thing is, though, with my idea, I've just been going through my head then. I reckon that we've spent a fair bit. I think we'll spend I think we won't spend more than 200 million this window. I don't think we'll spend more than 200 million. If you get the four I'm thinking of for the prices that I think you can get Lavia and
95 so far.
Thuram for. We spent 95 so far. I reckon you spend another 80 to 85 on Lavia and Thuram.
Insert Sergio Ramos agent fees. It's written in the stars. There you go right now.
No. Husam. That leaves you with about 20 million.
Who are you going to get for 20 though?
20 million and no spots left. No spots left. We got no homegrown spots, no non-homegrown spots, whatever. Some. I just need to check this man's age. How old are you? Do you I don't know if I think he does. Does he qualify? I don't know. Bella Kotchap.
I don't think they sell him for 20
Relegated
million.
with Southampton. I don't. If he throws his toys out the pram, they've just been relegated for Christ's sake. And he's a German national team player.
But 20 million. You think Southampton are going to let go for 20? I know we like Bella Kotchap anyway. By the way, it's not like we don't like Bella Kotchap.
Is Tyrone Mings an option?
Piss off, Tom, man. Big up to you, Joe. Thank
you. Are we that damn bad that we're considering
No. I don't even think he's better than Gomez. Big up to you, Jogo Kabdir. Captain Sal says, I agree with Tom Husam. Captain Sal, that's a disappointing super chat, but I would say thank you because I love you. As a human being, you're my brother. Lavia says Husam can play as the Lavia can play as that. It's not Husam. Lavia can play as that. Same for us. In my opinion, Thuram has attributes to play 6, so in theory, I guess he can mold into it. That being said, no, leave him. So you're agreeing with the entire concept of Tom's idea, and you're still like, leave him. You know what you and Tom's biggest problem selection is? You both you love to be wrong and strong. You'd rather be wrong but consist with your opinion than say I'm like, come on, man. Like, just admit you're wrong and keep it stepping. I don't think Thuram can play DM. I'll be honest with you. Like this, I really don't. I'm gonna be honest with you. And if I'm happy to be proven wrong. You know, and unlike Tom and you selection, I actually say when I'm wrong. That's the difference between us. So,
I'm more than happy to be proven wrong.
That's a lie. That's a lie. You say you still think Mount would have been a good signing. Next season, when he sucks for Man United, I'm gonna dunk on your head top so bad.
That's fine, Husam. Husam, that's fine. So if I'm wrong next year, I'll be the first to say it.
Okay, no problem. We will see. We will see. We will see if you're a man of your word or you're just waffling on the stream. Big up to you, selection. Ed says if we make 3 more good signings, people worry. I don't think we need 3 more. If you got 1 centre back, 1 midfielder, 2 more, and we're good to go, I think we challenge definitely. I spoke to Hamza and he's like, I worry about Liverpool. I think you guys are back. I think you can contend. When Hamza says positive stuff about your team, you know he's actually shitting it. So big up to you, Ed, man. Thank you, and thank you so much for your support. Chombe is back, who says, welcome back, Tom Little. How was Mexico? Because he sent in a super chat. Can you give him more than 3 words?
Yeah, it was lovely. The weather was good. I had a lovely time with me, missus. Nice little recharge. And I didn't miss any transfer news.
Big up to you, Chombe, man. Love for the super chat. Big up to Red Chili, who's simply saying, loving the stream. Love you, Red Chili, for the support. You know, Husam X Tom Little is the most famous show on this channel. Like, it's the most watched show. Everyone knows how much we have 500 people watching this right now. Probably another 3,000 people are gonna watch it on the replay. Like, Husam X Tom Little is the thing. You know, that's the thing for the people. I just wish he would stop being so late. Big up to you, Red. Passionate about centre back, just in case of injuries.
Wow,
says Red Chili.
Wow, that is slander upon my name. That is slander upon my name.
Here we go.
You know what though, Sam? It's on you to make this a regular week. It's on you to make a Sam X Sam a regular weekly thing now. You need to find a slot to put it in.
What do you mean it's on to you to make it regular? We do even more than once a week. Husam X Tom. But you are in Mexico.
You need to make like a date for it. You need to make like Wednesday 11.
No, but I don't like that in the transfer window, because what if we sign someone tomorrow? Then we might need to run Husam X Tom Little again in 24 hours.
So then you get a bonus one, but there needs to be a set date every week, which is a Sam X Tom.
I don't do set dates. That's my biggest problem as this is football, is I just have no set dates for anything. Red Chili says centre back he's passionate about it just in case of injuries, and me and Red Chili are thinking the exact same thing. And he comes back again and sends in another super chat and he says desperate for centre back. Red Chili, thank you for all the centre backs. And then he says again, centre back no brainer with another super chat. I appreciate you, Red Chili. Thank you for all the super chats, and I completely agree with you. Just because of the situation of our current centre backs, we need a fucking centre back. Run me my centre back, for the love of God. Sergio Ramos. Let's do this. I tweeted it out. I want to see the replies. Big up to you, Red Chili. Big up to Chombe, says, hell no to Ramos. Are you crazy, Sam? I am crazy, Chombe. You already know I'm crazy, and that's why you watch me. Big up to you, Chombe. Thank you for the super chat. H, go easy on Joe Gomez. People forget how good he was in our Premier League winning season. Still a player in there, but at right back, he just needs a run of games of confidence. Ed, you know me and you got that relationship. You know, me and you disagree and agree all the time. We've got a lovely relationship. Oh, this is football. What I'm going to tell you is, my brother, the league winning season was 4 years ago. City have won 3 titles since then, and a Champions League, and a treble since Joe Gomez was last good, my bro. So you would understand why I've lost. You'd understand why I've lost confidence in the man. I'd go easy on him, but honestly, I'd sell him. I'd take it a step further. Like, I'd sell the guy. I'm gonna be honest with you, because I think we could get a bit of money for him still. I think based on the fact he's English, we could get an easy 40 M's right there. I'm gonna be honest with you. So big up to you, Ed, man.
Husam, you fucked up with Ramos. You fucked up with the Ramos shout. You fucked up with Ramos is injury prone as well.
I know Ramos is injury prone, but still, like, he'd be on the bench, man.
So now you're just getting told that will make 5 injury prone centre backs instead of 4.
I saw that response as well. Some guy said it on Twitter. Big up to you, Ed. Thank you. And final selection says Medina at loans perfect for LCM supposedly has 25 million release clause.
LCM, he's a centre back.
Dunk on his head top. Go on, Tom.
Medina's why would he be good for LCM? He's a centre back. Why are we buying LCM? We've just brought MacAllister. What are we doing here? Also, I'm pretty sure Medina got done for domestic abuse. Don't really want that at my club. Gotta be honest.
You know what? Fairs. Tom knows more about.
Oh, he meant left centre back. Right. Okay.
Still, left centre back.
I don't know if I want all that drama around domestic abuse. Just.
Yeah, I hear you. If he has something like that, I'm not trying to deal with all the extras of something like that being in the background. And of course, that stuff is not taken lightly at all. So, you know, shout out to all the people, who are victims of that across the world. So, no, but here's the thing, Ed. You say this. What's worse? Salah and Ramos or Messi and Ramos? Messi and Ramos were teammates, and we have to be honest, Ed, Ramos and Messi was worse than Salah and Ramos by far. Be real. You know it was worse, Ed. So, I think it would work. Come on, Ramos is a professional, man. He don't have time for this like childish games. He'd do it anyway. If you had to guess what are the rest of your signings, my guess would be Thuram and I hate Tom. My guess would be Thuram and Lavia, honestly. I knew it. Yes. I'm waiting. Listen, I'm waiting to speak to my guy on a centre back thing. But as soon as I heard Lavia's personal guy tell me that Klopp gassed him on the phone, I'm like, we're fucked, man. So, big up to you guys. Make sure you're slapping the like button. Make sure you're subscribing. What a return we have made in the month of July. I would like to thank you all for all the support you've shown me in June, in May. June, we did record numbers, record views, record watch hours, record subscribers, record shares. Big up to you guys. Thank you guys so much for the unbelievable support. We're approaching 15K. Continue to share the channel with your friends. Tell your friends about this channel during the transfer window. We're trying to make as much content as possible. Share the videos, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell, keep liking the videos because it helps the channel out. Big up to Red Chili, big up to Chombe, Joe, Sal, Michael, Zlatan, Felipe Selection, Ed, Amin, Gagandeep, Dale, and Ryan for the super chats. Big up to every single person who signs in a super chat, everyone who's liked, everyone who's subscribed, everyone who shares. Continue to support the channel in all the different forms of it. I love you all. Make sure you're hitting that like button, subscribing. Tomorrow we'll be back, inshallah, probably double header. One might be a Liverpool topic. The other one is probably going to be a more general Premier League topic with fans of other clubs. Thomas Little, welcome back. Husam X Tom Little, where can the people find you? You have to say it today because there's 500 people here. Say it. Go on.
You can find me at Tom Little with a 1 on YouTube, TikTok, Twitter, the works. I am... Just before this stream, I was live on my own channel for the first time in a month, doing record numbers on my own channel for that stream. 10 subscribers away from 500, which ironically would put me one step closer to monetization, because apparently I only need 500 instead of 1,000. So I'm hoping to hit 500 by the end of the week.
Right here. It's in the comments, guys.
And we are getting consistency now. We are getting consistency in the month of July.
There's 500 people here. hit this link, subscribe to this guy's channel right now. Big up to you, Tom, and big up to you. Make sure to go subscribe to his channel, everyone. Love you all, and we're gonna love you and leave you. See you tomorrow, inshallah. Peace out.